Dear students, I, Mrs. Neeta Ivle, once again welcomes you. We have started second chapter of bookkeeping and accountancy subject. In last lecture, we have seen classification of accounts. Now, further we are going, and today we are going to understand golden rules of accounting. Friends, you may say, ma'am, we have heard about the golden rules in life, such as treat others as you want to be treated. या तो फिर जीवन में सफल होने के लिए हमेशा सकारात्मक सोचिए. Right? Always be positive to get success. These are the golden rules in life. But now we are talking about accounting here. What did you say? Golden rules in accounting? Wait. Friends, still my answer is yes. There are rules, golden rules in accounting. And as they are so important, they are called golden rules of accounting. Friends, do you understand the value of these rules now? Now see, if you adopted the rules of life, no one will stop you from reaching at your goal. In the same way, if you are adopted, you very well understood the golden rules of accounting. While recording the transactions, you will be able to record it systematically and accurately. In fact, there are three golden rules of accounting. Golden rules of accounting are the cornerstone of the entire accounting process by providing the basis for recording transactions. Golden rules of accounting represent the basic rule that govern the recording of day-to-day financial transactions of a business. These rules are also known as traditional accounting rules, golden accounting rules for bookkeeping, or rules of credit and debit. These accounting rules play an essential role in accounting system. That's why they are called as golden rules. They form the basis for recording entire entries in a journal book without which the whole accounting would not be possible. These rules help in the systematic presentation of financial statements. Using them, one can easily record expenses and incomes. If you want to keep your books updated and accurate, follow the three basic rules of accounting. To understand how the golden rules of accounting work, we need to know the types of accounts first. Now I have taught you the types of accounts in last lecture, that is personal, real and nominal account. And we must know these three types of accounts. This is because these rules apply to transactions based on a particular account type. I think you all recall the types of accounts, right? Now, after understanding all kinds of accounts, let's explore how accounting rules apply to transactions. Now, further is the explanation of types of accounting rules with their examples. Now, have the golden rules. Now, the first type which we have studied in last lecture is personal account. If you recall, we know that in personal account, natural, artificial and representative personal accounts are there included. Okay, we have seen that there the three subtypes of personal accounts. Don't worry, there is a single rule for all these three. A personal account is an account to be used by an individual for his or her own needs. If a person or legal body or group of person receives something from the business, then he is a receiver, and in the books of business, his account is represented as debited, or his account will debited. Alternatively, if a person or legal body or group of person grants something to the business, then he is a giver. His account in the books of business is represented as credited. Now it's very simple to understand. Now see, if the person is giving something to the business, in that case he will be giver. Then his account should be credited. And if the person is receiving something from business, then the person will be debited. The person's account will be debited. Now the second account is real account. Friends, as we know that real accounts involve machinery, land, building, etc. They all are assets or belongings of business. They have a debit balance by default. That means उन्हें हमेशा डेबिट बैलेंस ही होता है. Thus, when you debit what comes in, you are adding to the existing account balance. Similarly, when you credit what goes out, you are reducing the account balance when a tangible asset goes out of the business. So इसका simple rule है debit what comes in. That means when the assets are coming in the business or when the real accounts coming in the business, we will give it debit. When the assets are going out from the business, that means when the value of assets goes down, we will give it credit. And now the third category of account is nominal account. All expenses and losses and income and gain included in nominal account. We know that. See, you will find two groups here. One is expenses and losses. On the other hand, second is income and gains. Keep this in mind. As per nominal account rule, if a business incurred any expenses or losses, then in the books of accounts, it should be debited. Okay, expenses and losses को debit देना है. On the other hand, if business gains income or profit, then it should be credited. Gains or income को हमें credit देना है. It's very simple. In this way, these three rules we have to follow while passing the journal entry. If you want to keep your business books of accounts updated and accurate, stick to these golden rules. Friends, once again we will review these rules. What is the rule for personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. See to the person who is going to deal with the business. If the person receiving something, then give him debit. If the person is giving something, give it credit. See the real account, that means all assets account. If the value of assets are going up, then give it debit. And if the value of assets going down, then give it credit. See the nominal account. In nominal account, if there is expenses and losses in the business, give debit. If there are incomes and gain, give it credit. It's very simple. Now see, we will understand these golden rules in the transaction. We will understand through the transactions. Now the first transaction in front of you is paid to Anil rupees 500. What is the activity? Paid to Anil 500. Business is paying 500 rupees to Anil. In this transaction, which two accounts will affect, or which two aspects you will find here? The first one is Anil is receiving 500, right? And second is cash is going out from the business because we are paying the money. Anil is receiver, that means Anil account will be affected. And cash is going out from the business, that means cash account will affect. Anil is personal account, and the rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. What is Anil here? See, is Anil giving something or is Anil receiving something? Here Anil is receiving rupees 500 rupees. That's why Anil should be debited. Anil account should be debited. What about cash account? Now cash is going out from the business and cash is going out, so cash is real account. What is the rule for real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. What is happening cash here? Is cash coming in or cash is going out? Now obviously cash is going out. So we will give credit to the cash account. In this way we have to find out the answer debit or credit and also which accounts are involved in the entry. Let's have the second. The second transaction is received commission rupees 1000. What is here? Received commission 1000. Commission is receiving here, so this is a income for the business obviously. Now which two aspects we will found here? Cash is coming in the business, right? Rupees 1000 that is. And second one is commission received is income to the business. Which account will affect? Commission account. Now see, cash account and commission received account or commission account are the accounts which will affect with this transaction. Obviously cash account is real account and here cash is coming in the business and the rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. That is why cash will be given debited. What about commission? Commission is nominal account. Rule for nominal account is debit expenses and losses, credit income and gains. Here commission received means this is income. So commission received is income, so it should be credited. Have this third transaction. Purchased goods in cash rupees 2000. Here we are going to purchase goods and the amount is rupees 2000. Now two aspects. Purchases are expenses and cash is going out from the business. Purchases are going expenses and here purchase account will be affected. Here cash account will affect. Which account is purchases? Purchases is nominal account. And the rule for nominal account is debit expenses and losses, credit income and gains. Expenses should be given debit always. Cash account is real account and the rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Here cash is going out from the business, so it should be credited. Have this fourth one. Sold goods for cash rupees 800. Two aspects will be cash is coming in the business because we are going to sell the goods. Sales are income to business. Here cash account and sales account are affected. Real account. Cash account is real account. What is the rule for real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Here cash is coming in the business, so it should be debited. Sales account is nominal account. The rule for nominal account is debit expenses and losses, credit income and gains. Here sales are income for the business, that is why they should be credited. Now have this fifth example. Paid salary rupees 1500. Salary is expenses obviously and cash is going out from the business. So the account which will affect are salary account and cash account. Salary is nominal account. The rule for nominal account is debit expenses and losses, credit income and gain. Here salary is expenses and they should be debited. Cash account is real account. The rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Obviously, cash is going out here, so it should be credited. Friends, we have taken 5 examples, 5 transactions and understood the rule to apply. You get the procedure how to apply the golden rules. Now see, the chart I have given here, you must learn this chart by heart. Then only you will be able to apply this rule, to recall or to keep in your mind the rule. I have given the table. In the table there are 3 columns: personal account, real account and nominal account, and 2 rows, that is debit effect and credit effect. For personal account, receiver should be debited and giver should be credited. For real account, what debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And for nominal account, debit all expenses and losses and credit all income and gain. You must learn, or you must have to keep the rules in your mind. Friends, today we understood golden rules of accounting according to traditional method. Hope you got all of them. In next lecture, we will discuss modern approach of accounting. Thank you for watching attentively.